Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese and welcome to February, or if you live in the South, February. And we're looking forward to another fun month of content creation, a bit of a shorter one. I don't have the schedule nailed down this time, but channel members, once I have it completely figured out, I'll post it to you, don't you worry. As for what you can look forward to this month, I wanted to do what I did in the first day of January. I wanted to give you kind of like a preview or a teaser for the month ahead, if you will. I am ahead, so... Yeah, it was just, I was already sitting here recording something else, and it was just easier than setting up the whole thing where I gotta get the camera, and then move the chair, and then turn on all the lights. So it's like, I'm already here. I don't know what I'm gonna put behind me. We'll find out when the moment comes, I guess. But the month ahead is going to be pretty simple. I think we're gonna take a bit of a break from streaming, because we streamed pretty heavily throughout the month of January, trying to get through Final Fantasy VII Remake, Intergrade, and the intermission DLC as well, doing the Barrett run, which we did successfully complete this past weekend. It was a ton of fun, and I really enjoyed that. For those of you who don't know what the Barrett run is, there's just a scene in the game where you get to a garden, and you can have a conversation with one of three characters, and it depends on how your relationship is with those characters, and there's certain ways you can influence them, and the hardest one to get is Barrett. And it's the hardest because it requires you to kind of be mean to Tifa and Aerith, and not do any side quests with them, and be sort of dismissive of them. Because there's not really a lot of the ways to build up your relationship with Barrett. You don't have a lot of options. So it really is just about keeping your relationship with everyone else down. Which is not how I have ever played the game. I've gotten Aerith in the garden, I've gotten Tifa a couple of times, I'd never gotten Barrett before, but spoilers, we did it. There was a lot of tension because I messed up at one point and did a quest I didn't need to, and I thought for sure we'd thrown it, but we managed. That was great. I might edit that into a supercut for closer to the end of the month, but for the month of February, no live streams planned. That doesn't mean there won't be any live streams. I want to play Pal World and see what that's all about. I thought that could be a fun stream. And I might stream through some stuff with channel members as well. I haven't decided yet, but there's nothing planned until the end of the month with the release of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which we will be streaming throughout the end of the month and heavily in March. So be looking forward to that. As for content coming out here, we're going to continue with Skybees 2, including Season 2 of Skybees 2, which I've not finished recording, but I need to. And then also we're going to be doing Assassin's Creed. And I'll be honest with you, it's pretty much just those two things. Because I want to finish Assassin's Creed Valhalla as quickly as possible, and there's still a lot of that game left to go, so expect to see Assassin's Creed Valhalla content moving into the future for a long time. Although we might increase the size of those videos in March. And that's going to come along with a change in schedule that I'm not ready to really announce or formalize just yet, because I haven't fully decided on it. But stay tuned, because when I've made the decision one way or the other how to approach that, it'll be here. And it'll be on March 1st when I upload one of these videos talking about the month ahead. But don't forget that Skybeast 2, in one way or another, has to end this month. It's not going to be the end of the mod pack. I think we might put it on hiatus, because that's kind of what I did with Season 1. I recorded those first 13 episodes, and then took a really long break from it, and then came back and recorded the episodes for Season 2. I think we'll take another really long break, but the reason is, in March, we're going to go back in March to Tekkit 2, with the... I've not announced the name of the series yet, but it has a series name, which I'm looking forward to. I think it's going to be fun. I've not really talked about my plans for that, but I guess I'll give you a little teaser. We got exiled at the end to the Twilight Forest. Are we going to do an entire 100-episode series in the Twilight Forest? No. I am not going into this with a perfect episode-by-episode, plotted-out sort of plan, like shooting guidelines, schedule, or anything. I don't know how long the series will be, but the way I envision it is that it's going to be a little bit of a mini-series, almost. Like an in-between season. If you view the first 100 episodes of Tekkit 2 as Season 1, this is going to be like Season 1.5. It's an interlude. It's a break from the main action, where we're tossed into this entirely different reality, and we have to figure out how to survive, how to thrive, and how to get back home. And that's going to be the start of Season 2 or 3, depending on how you look at it, getting back to the Tekkit world and figuring out what's going on. And what is going on there? What happened? Why did the villagers turn against us? Do we have any allies left? What about the dwarves? Were they in on it? Were the Endermen or the pigmen in on it? And why was Raymond Card there? All of these answers will be answered. All these questions, rather, will be answered when we get back to, or, you know what? You never know what's going to happen while we're in the Twilight Forest. So, that'll be in March, but I hope that you will continue to enjoy Skybeast 2, and keep in mind it's not going anywhere. We're going to keep doing that in the future. I kind of don't want to do Skybeast 2 and Tekkit simultaneously. I'm trying to keep the number of things I have going on simultaneously down. I've talked about this with my channel members. I've had some different approaches, but what we're looking at right now is 3 series at any given time. So 1 Minecraft series, always 1 Minecraft series, 1 non-Minecraft series, and then whatever I'm streaming. So for the month of February, like I said, no planned streams, but towards the end of the month, it'll be Minecraft, Skybeast, and going into the unnamed, I know what the name is, the secretly titled Return to Tekkit in the Twilight Forest, and Assassin's Creed, and then Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will be the live stream series, but that is pretty much all I have to announce for February, other than, if you were hoping for something other than my face today, you can go over to the YouTube gaming channel, where I just finished editing and uploading at a breakneck pace a sort of mini reaction to the state of play that happened yesterday. It's not a reaction to the whole thing. I cut out a lot of it because there's a lot of games I just didn't care about. I had like a word or two to say about everything, but it's pretty truncated. It's condensed. There's really only like 1 game going into it I was excited about, and I got what I wanted. And then there was a couple of things that took me by surprise, where I realized, oh, that I might be interested in that. But the front part of the year is really, it's really packed. There's something in March and something in April. I thought that would look like a fun game to play, but then unfortunately February, you know, with the release of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, am I going to have time to play anything else? I'm just going to be pouring all of my time into that. So, hey, thank you folks for watching. Thank you all for your continued support. Thank you to all the channel members who have continued to support us here. I hope you're looking forward to some dedicated streams, some one-on-one time. And when I say one-on-one, I mean me and however many channel members show up. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 7. Who can say? It seems random. Until then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye!